We start this list off with number 10 at the strong safety, Imani Hooker. Last year he was not ranked. This year he's number 10. Yeah, I mean it's very surprising when I looked at his stats and whatnot. I mean I didn't really see how effective he was until I actually saw it. Didn't really see many Titans games, so for me, it was eye opening. But also appreciating that every team does have their guy, and Imani Hooker is that guy. 27 years old, 6 years in the league. He does have 1 year, $8.14 million on the contract. 14 games that he played, 71 tackles, 4 tackles for loss, 2 QB hits, 5 interceptions, 9 pass deflections, 2 forced fumbles. He blitzed 9 times and 2 QB knockdowns. He was sixth in the league in interceptions. Yeah, I mean, he's a bright spot for Tennessee. Obviously, you always got to look at it from the bright spot of every team. Amani Hooker, definitely deserving of being number 10 on this list. Can he hold it up? We'll see, but he had a great year this year, and yeah, he's definitely deserving of being mentioned. Number 9, it's going to be Deshaun Elliott of the Pittsburgh Steelers, once a Baltimore Raven and has known nothing but great defenses and being a physical safety in this league. Deshaun Elliott has done wonders transitioning to Pittsburgh. Definitely his numbers were definitely great and pretty decent, and he definitely deserves to be on this list. Deshaun Elliott's 28 years old, 7 years in the league. He still has 2 years, $12.5 million there with the Pittsburgh Steelers. He played 15 games, had 108 tackles, 4 tackles for loss, 2 QB hits, 1 interception, 6 pass deflections, 2 forced fumbles, 3 fumble recoveries. He blitzed 22 times, had 1 QB hurry, 2 QB knockdowns, and 1 bat in the playoffs. He did have 5 tackles and a pass deflection. No accolades at all, but still, definitely was an enforcer and definitely was a pretty underrated safety on this defense. So we'll see what he does this year. I think he's still going to be an impact on this team. So it's going to be Jalen Thompson, which last year the same exact number he was on the top 10 list, which again, he's underrated. A lot of people don't see him. They see Buda Baker. They don't see what Jalen Thompson does or his impact, but he really is an X factor, a backbone of the defense of this Arizona team. And I do believe Jalen Thompson definitely needs to have more of a name in this league, man. I think people really need to look at him actually more. He's 27 years old, 6 years in the league, 1 year, $9.73 million left in the contract. 15 games that he played, 98 tackles, 3 tackles for loss, 2 QB hits, 3 forced fumbles, 2 fumble recoveries. He blitzed 14 times and he had 2 QB knockdowns. It may not seem like a lot, and I know he hasn't had the chance of having that playoff experience, as much as he'd like to, but this is Jalen Thompson, and he's been phenomenal. Number 7, we got Harrison Smith. Last year he was number 4 on this list. Dropped down, honestly, because of veteran leadership, just veteran wear and tear, right? And he's still got the leadership, he's still got the classic hits. He's still got, roaming around everywhere and being a threat and being definitely a person to watch film on Sundays. Harrison Smith, 36 years old, 13 years in the league. He's got 2 years, $11.55 million. That might be his last contract of his career. And honestly, I think he's going to wear the gold jacket and be in the Hall of Fame. 16 games that he played, 87 tackles, 3 tackles for loss, 1 QB hit, 1 sack, 3 interceptions, 10 pass deflections, 1 fumble recovery. He blitzed 44 times, 4 QB hurries, and 2 bats. In the 1 game playoff, he had 9 tackles, 1 QB hit, 1 pass deflection, blitzed 7 times, 1 QB hurry, and 1 QB knockdown. Number 6, it's going to be C.J. Gardner-Johnson. Last year, not rated. This year, number 6. And honestly, it's the huge impact that he made on the Philadelphia Eagles. He was a huge part of the Super Bowl champion team. He definitely continued to, play an important role that no one really seems to notice, but he was a huge part of that team. He got traded to Houston, which is crazy to me. I think that was a bad thing for Philly. I don't know if it was to save money or not, but I wouldn't have traded him. He just brought some juice, man, some added power, some added energy to that team. But he's going to bring that same energy to Houston. 27 years old, 6 years in the league, 2 years, $20 million on the deal. 16 games that he played, 59 tackles, 2 tackles for loss, 6 interceptions, 116 interception return yards, one of them for touchdowns, 12 pass deflections, 1 forced fumble, blitzed 1 time, 1 QB hurry, 1 QB knockdown. In the 4 games in the playoffs, he had 14 tackles, 1 tackle for loss. He was third in interceptions, fourth in interception return yards, and second in interception touchdowns. I mean, yeah, Gardner Johnson's going to be what he's going to be always, and he's going to be effective, and he's going to be a very, very key piece to this Texan team. Veteran presence, Super Bowl champion. So, yeah, definitely deserving of being on this countdown. At number 5, last year he was actually number 1 at the free safety position. They moved him to strong. Let's get Antoine Winfield Jr. Yeah, he's a huge leader of this team. He's won the Super Bowl back in 2020. He's definitely bringing a veteran leadership to a really talented defense and a really talented team that can go really far. A lot of good upside here for Tampa. Antoine Winfield Jr., 27 years old, 5 years in the league, 3 years, $60.1 million left in the contract. He played 9 games, 60 tackles, 2 tackles for loss, 4 QB hits, 3 pass deflections, 1 fumble recovery, 1 fumble recovery for touchdown, blitzed 24 times, and a QB hurry with 2 knockdowns and 2 bats. 1 game playoff, he had 7 tackles. He was second in fumble recovery for touchdowns. Overall, solid safety. Definitely going to be, he's the top in the league. He's hopefully going to be healthy and play an entire year. And I see him back to all pro status and definitely being higher than 5. At number 4, we got Jesse Bates III, man. Last year he was number 2 at the free safety, so Antoine Winfield Jr. and Jesse Bates III both took a step down. Honestly, it's hard when there's already an established person at this position and you move safety positions, but they're still top 5 for a reason. They're definitely one of the best in the league, and obviously I see Jesse Bates going back to the same thing that he does, Pro Bowl, all pro type talent. He's great for Atlanta. 28 years old, 7 years in the league, 2 years, $28.02 million, 102 games, 102 tackles. He did play 17 games, 2 tackles for loss, 1 QB hit, 1 sack. He had 4 interceptions, 1 of them for touchdowns, 10 pass deflections, 4 forced fumbles, 1 fumble recovery, blitzed 10 times, 2 QB hurries, and 1 QB knockdown. He was 10th in interceptions. He was 2nd in interception touchdown. He was also 4th in forced fumbles. Again, Jesse Bates III is all over the field. You want to account for him, and he is not afraid to hit at all. Definitely a super entertaining safety to watch on every given Sunday, any given week. And yeah, I mean Jesse Bates III, he comes in at number 4. Definitely will be higher, I'm sure, come next year. Number 3. Actually, from honorable mention to number 3, huge leap, but also very, very well deserving of Brian Branch, man. This guy is phenomenal. He's all over the field. He makes all the plays in the world. It seems like he plays 8 foot tall, man, because he just makes plays. He leaps. He tries to get everything he can to be disruptive. And heavy hitter. Brian Branch, 23 years old, 2 years in the league. 2 years, $3.32 million left in his rookie deal. 16 games that he played, 109 tackles, 8 tackles for loss, 6 QB hits, 4 interceptions, 16 pass deflections, 1 sack, 1 forced fumble, blitzed 25 times, 2 hurries, and 5 QB knockdowns. The 1 playoff game, he had 11 tackles, 2 tackles for loss, 1 forced fumble, blitzed 6 times, and he had 2 QB hurries. He was a Pro Bowler. He was 10th in interceptions. He was 5th in pass deflections. Honestly, he definitely is going to be a future All-Pro for sure. First team, absolutely. Pro Bowler, definitely multiple of those. And he will definitely make a case for Defensive Player of the Year. This is a guy that plays with his heart, and he plays every single game at 150% energy. So, again, I really enjoy Brian Branch. He's one of my favorite players to watch. He just always puts it out there, man. So, overall, yeah, he's deserving of being here. Number 2, this was very hard for me because I think he's borderline number 1, but still came in at number 2, just like last year. It's Kyle Hamilton. Yeah, he's an enforcer, man. He is such a smart football player, gets all the little nitty-gritty things done, and he's definitely one of the key members of a Ravens defense that's looking to be possibly number 1 in the NFL once again. So, Kyle Hamilton looks prime for another destined year to possibly get a first-team All-Pro for sure. Hamilton, 24 years old, 3 years in the league. He signed 4 years, $100.4 million sign contract extension, which is fantastic for Baltimore. He played 17 games. He had 107 tackles, 4 tackles for loss, 6 QB hits, 1 QB hurry, 4 QB knockdowns, 2 bats, 1 interception, 9 pass deflections, 2 forced fumbles, 1 fumble recovery, and 2 sacks. He blitzed 34 times. In the 2 games in the playoffs, he had 12 tackles and blitzed 1 time. He had a Pro Bowl, second team All-Pro, and he was 9th in Defensive Player of the Year. Again, he's number 2, not number 1, mainly because he had a great regular season. I mean, he's dominant. He's a great safety. And yes, I think he's going to be number 1 sooner rather than later. But in the playoffs, not filling a stat sheet to me as a safety, like I just was like, compared to the other guy that I have, I think he just needs 1 more year and a little bit more playoffs in him. And definitely, like I said, to showcase what he really is about, because he needs to prove that in crunch time with the numbers to be better than just tackles and one-time blitzing. And I think we got ourselves a number 1 strong safety in the league. But overall, Kyle Hamilton, yeah, beware of this guy this year, and it's going to be great. Number 1, Derwin James. Last year, he was also number 1. This year, again, yeah, he's opening up at number 1. Derwin James has been a presence, and he's been in the NFL for a while. Definitely has continued to showcase the dominance, and with him being a lot healthier, these past couple of years, it's really shown what kind of safety he really is and how dangerous he is, man. Derwin James, 29 years old, 7 years in the league, 2 years, $34.25 million. Played 16 games, had 93 tackles, 10 tackles for loss, 6 QB hits, 1 interception, 7 pass deflections, 1 fumble recovery, had 5.5 sacks, blitzed 66 times, 5 QB hurries, and 3 bats. The 1 playoff game, he had 7 tackles, 1 tackle for loss, 1 pass deflection, 1 fumble recovery, 4 times that he blitzed with a QB hurry. Again, that's some things, man. I mean, he might have gotten 1 playoff game in him, but this man was padding the stats here. He was a Pro Bowler, and he was a second-team All-Pro guy. Yeah, I mean, Derwin James is definitely borderline first-team All-Pro in any given year. And, yeah, he's a special player. Very scary when you go up against him. Not at all scared to go up against the biggest guys. And, he just plays like a dog. So, number 1, definitely deserving of that.